Hey. I told Hank to smile a little, so he smiled really big. So I'm Madonna Brown, and this is Hank Brown, and we're both licensed clinical mental health counselors. And Hank has Lewy Body Dementia. He's age 56, and he's had it about 10 years. We started seeing symptoms around age 46. And today we're going to talk about Hank's new caregiver. Those of you that watch us know that Hank had a caregiver, and what that lasted, I don't know, 3 or 4 weeks, but that didn't work out so well. But he's got a new caregiver. The other gentleman was an older guy, and we thought that might really work out, but it didn't. And this guy's a younger guy, and he came last Tuesday, and he comes tomorrow. He'll stay for 4 hours. So, how do you think things went? His name is Jesse. How do you think things went with Jesse last week?
I thought he went really well because he knows how to carry on a conversation.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, and he asked me, well, do you know any place you want to go?
Mm-hmm.
Whatever. And
Right.
we kind of talked a little bit, and I took him down that place that I always wanted somebody to see.
The walking path. Yeah.
And stuff. And he was all excited about that because him and his wife loves to go walking.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know where they live, but
Right.
well,
Jesse,
they live close.
yeah, Jesse and his girlfriend just live up the road. It's not probably 2 or 3 miles. I know everything we say is close 2 or 3 miles, but it's true where we live. We're close to most things, and he just lives up the road about 3 miles. So yeah, uh, up near Amazon.
Oh yeah, I remember now.
So, but I was leery about getting somebody else and how was that going to work. But here's what I did as a caregiver. I kept telling myself that we need another caregiver. There's going to come a day Hank's going to need more care, and I still want him to be used to whoever's coming in that can care for him. He knows them. Even if he forgets them, they'll still know Hank, and they'll know how we work here, our dogs, our cat, our house, things like that. So Jesse came, and I asked him, do you take people out places, or do you just stay in the house, or how's that work? And he said if people wanted to go places, he took them, and if they didn't want to go, then he didn't. But he was more than happy to take Hank places. And that was one thing Hank said he really appreciated about Jesse, is that Jesse was able to carry on a conversation and they could talk. And I tell you something else that I appreciated about Jesse is that he contacted me, just texted me and said, hey, which credit card do we use? And I know for the other guy, he didn't want to touch Hank's money. He didn't want to ask about credit cards or nothing. And Hank is just not able to do some of those things. He's not able to just pull money out and count money, things like that. And I appreciated Jesse just texting me real quick, and I just replied real quick, any that's in his billfold, which was fine. And I like that because we keep a line of communication open. Now, you guys that have watched us for a long time know that I just naturally just talk about stuff, and I communicate, and I explained that to Jesse, and I explained it to our other caregiver. If you need anything, text me. If you don't like something we do, tell us, and let's talk about it. So I'm all about that, and Jesse did a fantastic job. And Jesse was real funny, wasn't he?
Yeah.
He was very funny and laughed and joked, and he didn't seem impatient. Many times I feel like with caregivers, they look and act impatient. They can't wait to make their money and leave. And Jesse didn't appear to be that way. Mm-hmm. So when we say all this, we don't know. Jesse's only been here one time. But we really liked him. Both of us.
Mm-hmm.
So we're hoping that works out and Hank can get out of the house. Plus, that's 4 hours of time that I can be doing other stuff. That day was the day that we opened our new post office box at the post office, and I went up there, and then they told me, well, you got to have 2 forms of ID, and you got to have this, and you got to have that. So then I had to drive back home and get it, and yep. And that's what Hank would have been doing, is this. And what else would you have been doing during that time? And those of you that are caregivers know it would have been ask this question, answer this question, wouldn't
Yeah.
it? So it worked out good for me as a caregiver. Hank didn't have to go through the hassle of standing at the post office and waiting in line or sitting at home and not knowing what was going on. Because he has this, glazed over look on his eyes right now. It would have been worse than that. It would have been like a little kid. Hey, what are we here for? Hey, what are we doing this for? Why did we have to that? How come we got to go back home? Wouldn't it?
Yeah, why did we do that? Just joking.
Yeah.
And stuff, yeah.
So let me ask you this. How do you feel about Jesse coming tomorrow?
I'm good for it.
Okay.
We'll probably go get something to eat
Yes.
and stuff, so I don't know.
I know Hank was not happy when I told him he was getting a caregiver. Matter of fact, he was mad for a couple of days because he didn't want a caregiver. And then when he got a kidney,
none of them's been worth a darn.
And then when he got a kidney stone, he didn't have to go to caregiving. So,
that was pretty nice.
See, that was pretty nice. And even though he likes Jesse, he don't want to go to daycare. He don't want caregiving. He don't want nothing like that to happen. Then when it happens, you're pretty good with it, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm getting pretty good with daycare up there at the place.
Mm-hmm.
It's not as bad as it used to be. I used to just dread it.
Except for, I don't like going on this day for this reason. Oh, wait, I'll switch this day. Okay, we switch it. I don't like going on that day because now they have spaghetti, and I don't like spaghetti. It's always something, ain't it? Yeah. Lean this away a little bit. You're going to be out of the screen in a minute. Lean this away just a little. There you go.
There I am.
I did take a shower. I don't stink that bad.
No comment.
Do you have anything you want to tell them about caregiving, daycare, anything like that? Because I think about all the people that's got dementia and they'll say, I don't have dementia. You're not taking me to the doctor. Nobody's caregiving for me. Ain't nobody coming in my house.
Mm-hmm. But after a certain time, you'll get to the point where, yeah, I'm starting to know something, that I used to fight about, but now I'm learning that, no, I need that.
Right.
And stuff, so.
Who else needs that? You need it, and who else needs it?
You need it.
And why do you think I need it?
Well, it gets me away from you for a while, and you can go do things you want to do.
And even if I don't go do anything, I can stay at home and do things that I need to get done or want to get done. Mm-hmm. And I know that Hank is out eating and walking and enjoying his time instead of sitting in the living room and maybe being bored when he could be enjoying life, but he can't because I've got to work. And I want to make sure you're out enjoying life.
Well, I am best I can in this small town. I mean,
right.
There's,
right.
You can walk the whole town in 30 minutes probably.
But I just want you to know that for a caregiver, it's really difficult because we want to make sure your quality of life is good too. I want your quality of life to be great. And if you're sitting at home with me and I'm in this office working and you're in the kitchen, or you might go downstairs and get on your computer some, and I think that's good. But I feel bad because Hank is at home with me all the time while I work and his whole world revolves around Madonna's working. When are you getting done? And it's never what time, it's how many more do you have? And I walk out and say, I got 5 more. And then I walk out, I got 4 more. I'll be done. I got 1 more.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And I think he's okay. I think you're okay with that because it's what we've done for so many years.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But I want him to have somebody to go out and do things with to enjoy life. Mm-hmm. And also as a caregiver, I need a break. As things progress on, I'm going to need more of a break. When the kidney stone stuff happened here recently, it's like I realized, wow, being a caregiver 24/7 for somebody that's sick would be a lot. And Hank was not a big ordeal with you.
What?
You being sick and stuff.
What sickness?
With having kidney stones.
It wasn't fun.
No, but I'm saying it wasn't too big. I mean, I still had to be there and take care. You had to use a urinal, and I had to take and pour all that through a strainer, things like that. And, you know, the next thing you know, your whole day's taken up with doing something. Or this happened, or you got to wash these clothes, or you got to clean the bed, or there's something, you know. So it's always something going to happen. I'm not saying that you're difficult, because you're not. There's that glazed over look again he gets when he gets done.
I'm not done. I'm just rocking a little bit. I don't need no rocking.
So do you have a joke today?
I sure do, but I gotta read it off because I can't got my glasses. Where do you take someone who's been injured in a peekaboo accident? The ICU. That's a good one, wasn't it?
Who has a peekaboo accident?
I don't know.
I mean, what kind of accident is a peekaboo accident? I don't get it. A peekaboo accident to the ICU.
I don't know, but I guess they do.
We really appreciate you guys watching us. We really do. Many times I don't understand it, but we really appreciate it. And we appreciate all the support, all the comments. We do. We really appreciate it. And we want you to know that we don't laugh and joke like this all the time. We make jokes often, but I can tell you now, I'm irritated most every single day.
No comment.
But it's true, I am. It's really hard. And it's not necessarily because it's Hank. It's just hard in general. And you guys that are caregivers, and I guess the people that's got dementia, if you're not too far along, you understand all that too.
Mm-hmm.
But we appreciate you supporting us. We ask that you subscribe, hit the like button, hit the notifications. I know I kind of make a joke about that all the time. I have gotten on there, and I do know how to do those things. I have some channels that we do that with, but we still appreciate that you would support us, and that we all are in this boat, and we all talk about it. We're in the boat together, and it really helps us, and it helps Hank just to talk to you guys about stuff.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so we will talk to you next time. If you need something, just let us know, and we'll talk to you on the next video. Thank you. Bye-bye. So today I received a package from somebody on YouTube, Tori. We talked with Tori on one of our videos the other day, and we opened up a new P.O. box because Tori had asked for, she wanted to send us something, and I thought, well, I don't know if I want to give out my home address, so I thought, well, I'll just get a P.O. box. So we opened up a P.O. box, and this is our first mail, Tori, that we have received in it. We got it from you. So I'm going to open up the package, and we're going to see what's in it. It's almost like Christmas because you just don't know what it is. So we'll see. Let's see what she sent. Okay, let me get my glasses on because I'm one of those old people that needs my glasses. Skincare. She sent me all kinds of good little stuff. A mask. Vitamin A mask. All kinds of neat little stuff. So I got all kinds of little stuff. I really appreciate you sending me this, Tori. It's just neat when you get something that somebody's thought of you, they sent something to you. And even as adults, we like to get stuff. I remember when I worked at the Pregnancy Care Center, I was the executive director there, and I remember I would go out and speak, and I would tell everybody, the volunteers and stuff, that I wanted to make up little bags of stuff to give out. And they didn't really understand why. And it's like, well, you know, as we are adults, we still like to get stuff because we don't get that much stuff. So let's see. So Tori wrote me a note. So sweet. She said, thank you so much. Madonna just wanted you to know that as a caregiver, I know how you put your heart into caring, not only for Hank, but for so many others as well. Sending you some me time things so you can pamper yourself a little and enjoy. Hugs, Tori. And I think that's really sweet. Here's the card. So cute. We just enjoy getting stuff as adults. We don't have to be kids. That was very nice of Tori. Tori, I really appreciate it. Thank you.